Moving to a new country like Canada can be both an exciting and challenging experience.
And one of the biggest things that can either make it or break it in your experience is making new friends. After all, one of our biggest human needs is the need for belonging to a community and feeling understood by people around us.
So in today's video, we'll share 5 fantastic ways for newcomers to Canada to make friends and feel more at home. We've picked those ways based on our personal experiences, and we'll share our stories and personal tips on how we made friends in Canada. Let's go! Sports clubs is probably my favorite way to meet people and make new friends. I love football. Well, here in North America they call it soccer. Growing up in my country, I was the only girl playing in a group of boys and always dreamt of being taken seriously as a player. But unfortunately, that was never possible until I moved to Toronto. I searched and found several amateur co-ed soccer leagues around Toronto. I chose one closer to home, sent them a message, and they gladly accepted me into their team. We went on to win countless games and even became league leaders. It was such an exhilarating experience playing the sport that I love, surrounded by people who share the same passion as I do. My teammates were from all over the world: Portugal, India, Mexico, and Canada, of course. So needless to say, this was a great experience learning about different cultures too.
And I'm into rock climbing, and since it's the sports that's often enjoyed in pairs, I had no choice but to meet and partner with other solo climbers in the gym. And this way I've met countless people, and 2 of them even became my close friends over the years. I was even approached by a fellow climber in the store once randomly because he saw my t-shirt and asked me if I was a climber, which gym I would recommend, and if I were looking for a new climbing partner. How cool is that?
Sports and hobbies are a great way to connect with people, and you're guaranteed to have at least one common thing to talk about. All cities in Canada, big and small, have local amateur sports teams or clubs, from hockey to pickleball to ultimate frisbee. Sometimes it would cost a small fee to join such a club. The fee is merely to pay the equipment rental, facilities access, or referee organization service. And everyone there is open and makes you feel welcome from the day one. I also have friends who belong to a board games club, where they get together every month and play a game of their choice. Another friend of mine is obsessed with Friday trivia game clubs, and once Anastasia and I took a theater improvisation class, where we've met some of the funniest people in Toronto. Let us know where you're from and what your hobby is. Perhaps you can find a friend in the comment section.
You must be thinking, where do I start? The city's municipality is a good starting point. They always have community initiatives like that. You can find swimming lessons, Zumba lessons, yoga in the park, you name it. If you want to sign up for free classes like that, make sure you track season start date and the sign-up dates, because free lessons in Toronto fill up quickly. If you're into team sports, you can check out local fields and simply approach players there to inquire about their team and league. Go online and search, let's say trivia game night in Toronto. Or you can do the same thing in a group search on Facebook. You'll be surprised by how many options will pop up. And don't forget to join our community Facebook group. Simply type "Make That Change" in Facebook search and you can start looking for friends there. Mutual interests and hobbies is a fantastic way to break the ice and create lasting friendships. Let's face it, all newcomers to Canada face the challenge of finding new friends. And that means a newcomer making friends with other newcomers sounds like a natural solution. Have you been or heard of the YMCA? YMCA is a global charity organization that offers community services and programs across Canada for all ages. I once signed up for swimming, karate, capoeira classes with the YMCA near school back in Montreal. The prices were very affordable and the classes were a mix of ages. I remember I was the youngest girl there in the karate class, and I was the only girl in the karate class. Nevertheless, all the adults were super helpful for me, and they even took an extra time to help me learn and practice the moves. We didn't stay in touch because they were much older than me at the time, but every single class was filled with great laughs and I really felt taken care of. It meant a lot during my first years in Canada.
And I still remember that moment when I realized that I knew English terminology better than in my own language. It happened when I switched from oil and gas to the new industry, to mining and minerals, and it's an industry that I've never worked in before in my home country. So one day I was talking to my mom and sharing my experience with her, and I remember how amused she was that I could say everything in English, but I couldn't translate some words into Russian, just simply because I didn't know them. And if you too want to feel this buzz of knowing more words in English or French than in your own language, then consider enrolling in online language school Lingoda, who kindly sponsored this video. Learning with Lingoda provides you with a structured curriculum, while still having the flexibility to choose which classes and when to take your classes, as they offer them 24/7. With Lingoda, you can take 60-minute live online classes at any time or day convenient to you. In those classes, you and 3 to 4 other classmates will focus on speaking and having real-life conversations while learning grammar structures. You will get to practice speaking with others and receive personalized feedback from experienced teachers. And if at any point you don't feel like being social, you can also always enroll in an individualized one-on-one class. The classes are categorized by language level, and if you're not sure which level you are, we will leave a link below to a free and quick language placement test. This will help you find the class which will challenge you in the right way. And if you're up for leveling up your English or French, you can sign up for a 7-day trial with Lingoda. You can take 3 small group classes or 1 private class completely free of charge and see how much your language confidence goes up. And if you decide to continue learning with Lingoda, make sure to use our promo code MakeThatChange25 to receive 25% discount on your first 2 months of subscription. You can check more info in the pinned comment below or in the description box below this video.
Volunteering is pretty popular in Canada. More than I would have ever thought. Not only does it benefit the community, but it's also a great way to meet kind-hearted individuals who share the same values of helping people and making an impact. Volunteering was one of the very first things I did when I arrived to Canada. I volunteered with St. John's Ambulance, a first aid organization that provides first aid during various public events like concerts and sports matches. I went through a rigorous first response training and provided over 4,000 hours of community service over the first 4 years in Canada. Volunteering helped me on so many levels. First, it helped me practice my English and French. Second, I learned a vital skill of first aid along the way. And third, it helped me develop leadership skills and gain confidence as I've grown to mentor newbies and responded to life-threatening situations. And lastly, a nice perk. I got to see the world-class concerts and sports events along the way. It was some of the happiest times of my early years in Canada. Eventually, you end up volunteering with the same people and develop friendship bonds. Many of these friends have gone on to become doctors, and now I have friends in medicine in Ireland and the United States. If you want to make friends and make an impact, choose a cause that resonates with you and sign up to volunteer. Volunteering is also a great opportunity to network, and you can add this experience to your resume. And then, who knows, maybe your next hiring manager will be a member of the Red Cross, just like you, and that might just be enough to land you that next job. I still get excited each time I meet someone from St. John's Ambulance. It's an instant connection because I know what we both have gone through, essentially saving people's lives. And these shared experiences are not to be taken lightly. And on top of that, having something like that in your resume is a much better indicator of stress resistance and doing things on time than if you were to choose a cheesy sentence like "I perform well under pressure." Working together for a common greater good creates strong bonds. What can be better than making this world a better place while making lifelong friendships? Let me know if you ever volunteered. What was that experience like? This will help some of our viewers come up with volunteering ideas.
So where do I start? First, identify a cause or two that you care about. There are plenty of causes to choose from, like helping animals in a humane society, or first aid emergency response like Anastasia did, or event coordination, food banks, working with youth, or building housing for low-income families. Next, decide how much time you can allocate completely for free for this cause. Start with a simple Google search in your city or in your neighborhood. Chances are you'll get a few things to work with. or just stop by and fill an application form. When you reach out to volunteering organizations, don't be surprised if they say there is a waiting line, because as we've mentioned, volunteering is a very popular thing in Canada, and it's even mandatory for high schoolers in some provinces. Be patient, proactive, and genuinely interested, as this is your time and your effort you are putting into the cause. And even if you don't build long-lasting friendships, you'll still gain valuable experience, network, and of course, leave your positive impact, which is just wonderful on its own. Meetup and Eventbrite are two platforms that connect people with shared interests. And no, it's not a commercial, it's just really two cool apps to help you in search of friends. When I first arrived in Toronto, I was looking for people to discover Toronto with. I was lucky to find a Toronto Historic Tour event on Eventbrite. I signed up, and a local history aficionado showed us around the historic memories of Distillery District and Regent Park. There were 3 more history nerds along with us on this walk. Another cool event Anastasia and I attended through Eventbrite is Fuck Up Nights. It's organized regularly, and it's a cool way to learn about mistakes people make when building business, and you can learn from them. It was a great way to network and make some good professional contacts and learn a lot. We are now connected on LinkedIn with those people we've met, and we've helped each other professionally on several occasions. As for Meetup, I simply love it. You can join groups in your area that align with your hobbies, whether it's photography, cooking, or just book clubs. This digital age has made connecting easier than ever before. Meetup is designed to be a safe and inclusive platform. Event organizers and attendees are encouraged to maintain a respectful and positive environment. The informal nature of Meetup events often means that there is less pressure compared to traditional social situations. People are there just to have fun, pursue their interests, and meet new people. And this can make socializing feel more natural and less intimidating, especially for newcomers still adjusting to the new country. I also found that it's a great way to discover your new city. Event organizers often choose interesting venues, which takes you in different parts of the city that you might have not visited otherwise. And you know what? This is a great choice for introverts, because I'm pretty sure there's a meetup group for introverts too, and the meetings can be even held online, so you can attend from the comfort of your home. Where do I start? Starting would be very simple. You can download the app on your phone or iPad, or simply open the web page on your computer, create your account, choose your interests, and just start browsing for events that catch your attention. You will see information about time and date for the next event, and you can text admins to ask questions or confirm any uncertainties and get acquainted with them, so you feel more confident when you come to the event. It is as simple as it sounds. All you would need to do is to get out there and attend the events, and don't be afraid to approach people and chat. And if you are looking for tips on small talk, we have this old but gold video about small talk that will really help you.
Another great way to meet people and make new friends is to keep an eye out for local events, festivals, and gatherings. Canada has a rich cultural diversity, and many of these events celebrate that diversity. From multicultural festivals to holiday gatherings, you'll have the opportunity to meet people from various backgrounds. Sometimes you don't even have to go far. Many buildings and property management try to build communities and organize events on their patios or rooftops to accommodate making new friends. All you need to do is show up, strike up conversations, sample different cuisines, and soak in the vibrant atmosphere. Good mood and easygoing crowd will make it simple to chat and potentially start a foundation for a new friendship. Anna and I once went to a cool event organized by our property management in our own building in Toronto, and we met a wonderful man there who turned out to be the architect who designed the entire building and many other buildings in our neighborhood. How cool is that? It was fascinating to hear his story, the neighborhood's history, and the positive impact that his company is trying to have on the community. That was a really interesting meeting. So where do you start? Keep an eye out on ads around your neighborhood. It can simply be posted on a lamppost sometimes or at a cafe. If there is a community center in your neighborhood, make sure to stop by and talk about the upcoming events. Actually, you can even ask if they need volunteers, if you're interested in volunteering for such events, of course. And finally, keep an eye on Instagram posts or Facebook posts in your city pages. They can announce cool events too. Municipal websites can post announcements about different festivals in the area, which can be a great way to learn about culture and traditions of various nations. I bet there's also festivals dedicated to your home country too, and then you can make friends with those who, just like you, moved to Canada from your own home country or a neighboring country. Do not despair. Making friends as a newcomer in Canada is absolutely possible. Engaging in sports, educational activities, volunteering, meetup groups, and local events will expand your social circle. It will introduce numerous possibilities to meet new people. And we haven't even talked about making friends in the work setting, which is also one of the most common ways to make friends. Some of my most long-standing friends are my former co-workers. And remember, building connections takes time, so be patient and open to new experiences. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and be proactive. With Canada being so immigrant-friendly, there are hundreds of newcomers just like you who are looking to make new friends and share the joy of building a new life in this new country. We hope these tips will embark you on an exciting journey of forming lasting relationships in your new home. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your own experiences in the comments below. What helped you make your new friends in Canada? Where did you meet your best friend in Canada? A huge shout out and thank you to our Patreon supporters. If you want to support us on Patreon, please use the link below. It would mean the world to us and will help us make our videos better for you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.